Welcome back. It's the Flow Friday Sports Show. Time to get things underway this evening. We're speaking with Julia Woodall, the president of the Ouyen United Kangas Netball Club, and what a Herculean effort it was to get as far as they did after a topsy-turvy start. But in the end, they fell short to Mildura in the prelim final. We'll talk all about it. Julia, lovely to have you with us again. How are you? Commiserations.
Yeah, thank you. Good to be here. But, yeah, a bit disappointed that we're not in the grand final this weekend. But, they did a great job.
They sure did. Well, at least you can look forward to watching some stress-free netball now, Julia.
Yeah, absolutely. I said to the girl I was scoring with on the scoreboard that I felt like I was going to faint in the last quarter. So it was a bit of a stressful end, but it'll be good to watch it stress-free this week.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's talk about the game. So Mildura was always going to be a fairly uphill, sizable task for the girls, but by gosh, this game just ebbed and flowed. Ouyen had the better of Mildura at one stage, I reckon, too, Julia, in the end losing by just 4 goals. Agonising, but in the end, from the base you sort of were on as an A-grade side, couldn't have really done much better in the end because no one expected Ouyen to probably get this far.
No, and we did keep with them for the majority of the game. We were down by 7 goals at the end of the third quarter, but we won the last quarter for us to get up to reduce the margin to 4. So the girls really pushed hard and rallied in the last quarter, and it came within a 2-goal margin just at the end, but they just tipped us at the post. So it was a really, really hard-fought game, and they did a fantastic job.
Well, I'll tell you who'll be licking their lips. That's the Wentworth girls, because you've taken Mildura all the way and they've got to back it all up again now.
Yeah, absolutely. And Wentworth being undefeated, I think they've got a good level of confidence, having only come within a 10-goal margin of Mildura this year, especially in the finals games, in the last game of the home and away round, and then the semi-final against Mildura, they came close, but I think Wentworth will get the win this weekend.
Well, we'll talk more about that right at the end, but no doubt Wentworth will be smelling blood going into the grand final. But before we get to that, let's just recap the season, I guess, with you, Julia. So for those just coming on board and listening for the first time, or having just only heard our segments for the last 1 or 2 weeks, just give us a recap of the A-grade season. Obviously, they did so well to get to the level that they got to, having started the season in a seesawing kind of fashion. So just give us your recap of the season for the A-grade girls.
Yeah, as the Sunraysia Daily famously said, we came from the 4 to the 4. So we lost the first 6 games of the home and away season, but then in the end won the last 8. So, we really rallied and sorted out our team, and Kyra, Nathan, our coach, did a monumental job in sorting out all the plays and finding everyone in their right position. So, we regained our place in our spot on the ladder, and it's a beautiful, beautiful job, and it was awesome to watch us regain. Obviously, you could think that the first 6 losses might have really tainted everyone's motivation, but I think it was only drove us on more. So, they did an awesome job, and we're really proud of them.
Okay, now we should also mention that there were a number of squad changes for the A grade going into this season too, Julia, so that is significant.
Yeah, absolutely. And we had around 20 players rotated through the A grade this year. I think when we did our vote count, the list of players who were eligible to get votes was the biggest out of any grade in our club. So that's a huge kudos to Kyra for trying out lots of different combinations and giving the juniors a good run as well when opportunity arose. And obviously that paid off for our young gun Maggie Smith, who cemented her position in the team as well. So it was a big season for the A graders, and lots of girls can call themselves A graders this year. So it was awesome.
Sharing the load, it's good to see. All right, let's move along and talk about some other matters. So we'll just take a look across the grades, the various grades there, Julia, as to what the current situation is finals-wise. I'll tell you what, having checked in with some other correspondents from other netball leagues across the Wimmera, there's been some seriously closely fought battles in other grades that are not the Premier Division. So tell us about the other grades right now. How are we looking?
Yeah, it's very similar at the Sunraysia Football Netball League. We've got the B grade. The prelim final was a 1-goal margin with Mildura just tipping Irene at the post 36-35. So their grand final will be played against Wentworth and Mildura, who I would say are very strong contenders against each other. They're two teams that we weren't able to beat this year and in the B grade, so that'll be another good match to watch.
Most definitely. Thank you for that. Well, let's move along and talk about the night of nights for Sunraysia Netball. This was last Monday night. Just tell us about the event. We obviously had the headline act, Courtney Wakefield, taking out the MVP, but what about some Ouyen representatives? How'd we go there?
Yeah, we had our coach, Cara Nathan, awarded the Coach of the Year and the Team of the Year, and as well as Alan Morris in the WA position. So it's brilliant to get two of our club representatives in the Team of the Year, and we're really proud of them that they were awarded, and we think they're well deserving. And
Courtney Wakefield, have you ever come up against her? She's obviously the ex-AFLW player.
No, I haven't, but lots of the girls do talk about how fierce she is on the court, and she's very, very fast. So, yeah, she's definitely one of the toughest defenders in the league, and plays very well and speaks very well as well.
Awesome. Well, Julia Woodall, we'll speak to you again next week to find out about the grand finals across the Sunraysia netball scene. Really appreciate your time on this Friday evening. All the best to you and enjoy the netball this weekend.
Thanks very much.